Hello and welcome to the British Dapper, and today we're talking about menswear ideas for autumn. So here in the UK, autumn is definitely advancing. The trees are turning brown and golden colours, and there's a definite change in the air. The temperature is a lot colder and fresher feel to the day. So this time of the year we're looking at introducing jumpers, coats, jackets, warmer trousers to wear, footwear changes as well, maybe to more like boots, maybe from leather soled shoes and boots to change into a more winterized sole, so maybe a day-night sole or Vibram sole, something like that. Certainly a change from leather to rubber potentially. And so this video is capturing a few ideas of how to enhance the way we wear jumpers and wear attire for more colder climates and the autumn fall time of year. Now there are a number of things you could consider when it comes to jumpers. There are obviously very thin cashmere jumpers to very thick chunky jumpers, for example where they're using 100% wool instead of cashmere, or silk blends, cotton blends. You can get synthetic materials such as polyester involved. I tend to stick with, when it comes to jumpers, natural materials. For example, wools, mohair, cashmere, those types of wool materials are much better for retaining heat. Jumpers can be long sleeve or tank tops. Now they can be quite handy when it's starting to get a little bit colder, but there's no need for a jumper yet. Maybe you want to wear something just to give you a little bit more warmth in the trunk, upper body area, and so a tank top is a viable option. So this journey I'm going to take you on today is based on a worsening or change in the season. So initially we're talking about light change, where we just need to start wearing a light jumper, change the trousers, maybe start wearing a jacket. It doesn't have to be a thick one, and progresses all the way up to much more wearing stuff almost into winter conditions. So much thicker jumpers, cord trousers, wool ties instead of thin ties, shirts changing to flannel shirts, roll neck jumpers, things like that. So when we move from summer conditions into more autumn conditions, the early stages is still going to have quite warm conditions, but they're more fresher, getting cooler all the time. Then maybe just wearing a short sleeve shirt or a shirt is not going to be ideal, and you need to bolster the warmth a little bit more, but not overdo it where you're actually sweating too much under a coat. So maybe wear a waistcoat or a jumper, a thin jumper, or something along those lines, just to give you that thin extra layer underneath, for example a jacket or a barber jacket, something like that, that makes it a bit more weatherproof, but at the same time not overcommit you to too thicker jumpers where you're going to start sweating too much, and then obviously that defeats the object of trying to increase your warmth. So a tank top is a very viable option to wear. For example, like this, I know some people say, oh, the street cred of that is not very good, but depending on how you dress it up, you can greatly enhance what you already wear. So for example, if you've got a two-piece suit, putting something like that underneath it adds that little bit of more warmth, and if it contrasts the suit itself, it can actually make it quite a statement piece, not detracting from the look of the suit. So as autumn is here and it's getting colder each day, I thought I'd introduce you to the use of a roll neck jumper and a casual outfit, wearing a pair of slacks, and as you can see they're a Prince of Wales design, and with a berry overcheck, a red overcheck, and with that we're going to wear some black shoes, because they're picking out the grey in the actual trousers, and because we've got a neutral cream coloured roll neck jumper, I think you'll agree it's quite a fresh and quite a relaxed look. And with that we can always change the colour of the actual jumper. In this case we've picked out a berry coloured roll neck jumper to fit in with the colour of the trousers. And as we said earlier, each day or each outfit will reflect the weather getting a little bit cooler and colder. So the next one is a little bit more formal, in that we'll introduce a tie. The use of a tie is important because actually when you're wearing a shirt, a tie brings that all in close to the neck. If you're wearing an open shirt, even with a cravat, it can feel a bit cooler and your core body temperature drops as well. So just by putting a tie on, you can feel the difference in the heat, in the warmth, and that's quite evident in the summer when you have to wear a tie. Then it becomes a lot more uncomfortable when you put the tie on because of the extreme heat. So the principle's the same in the winter. If you put a tie on, you keep that heat in, and it's another good opportunity in the autumn and spring times to wear ties and more formal wear. So as the season draws out and it gets colder, then we need to start thinking about slightly thicker jumpers. So this jumper is a cable knit V-neck, can't see if, an amethyst colour. I've tied that in with a grey check shirt and a paisley purple tie, which picks up some of the grey hues and some of the amethyst sort of purple colours in the jumper. It's 100% wool, lovely jumper, really good fit. As you can see, I've paired it with some grey trousers and some brown shoes, just to lighten it rather than make it look too formal with black shoes. Tied that in with brown watch strap on my watch, and I think it's a reasonably good look. And as you can see, we're warming up the outfit using thicker materials as we go through the course of this video. So it can be pared down to wear with jeans or chinos, a thick cotton shirt, and it will still have a good look. So today we've stepped up a level in relation to weather conditions getting colder and probably wetter as well with that. So we're using a crew neck jumper today with a teal brown coloured pattern on it. You might be able to see that there. We've paired that with a pair of Cavalry twill trousers and brown shoes as well, just to give it that light country feel, casual look. Now I know what people are thinking, Cavalry twill, bit dated, and I've got to admit, yes, they are a little bit dated, but when it comes to increasing the level of warmth through cold weather, they are better than chinos, and they are a little bit thicker. So don't dismiss Cavalry twill. So yeah, so gone up another level in the warmth factor. Throw a barber over this or a wax jacket, and you're going to be completely winterized. So next one, we're stepping up a level again where it's even colder, where we're going to introduce some cord trousers, and in fact you could wear cords with these this look as well if it got even colder. So the next one, we're moving it up a level. So here is the final winterized look, and as you can see, we're wearing a navy shawled cardigan with a cable knit pattern, wearing corduroy trousers with this, as you can see here, paired with a pair of brown shoes. The tie, I'm wearing a wool tie. This is my clan tie, but the interesting thing about ties is that once you enclose the neck with a tie or something similar, you increase the body warmth because this is no longer open, allowing air, warm air to come out. So it does actually improve keeping warm. So that's the final look. It's not exhaustive, it's just giving you a few ideas of how to wear a jumper in the autumn period as it goes through the season, becoming colder and colder to winter. Now obviously with these versions of, or the looks that we've created, as the winter comes to set, as we go through that autumn period, also the coats that we wear or jackets we wear become thicker and more waterproofed. So in the UK we live in a temperate climate, and I can assure you there's going to be plenty of rain to share over the next few months. So my go-to is a wax jacket. It's not ideal for formal events, but for day-to-day wear in town, or if you're doing something in the countryside or taking the dog for a walk in the park, it's reasonably waterproof for a short period of time, hard wearing. Farmers have been using wax jackets and coats for a very long time before they became very popular in the 80s as a status symbol. So just bear that in mind. If they've been using them for all those decades, they must be worth still using now. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you'd like to make a comment, then please feel free. Constructive comments down below, please, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So until next time, take care.